Well, this is Eucep again with another opinion. I'm trying out a new layout for my new method of recording my videos. I hope it works. So let's start off with Longview. Longview is one of the Real Gears, a series of scouts for the first live-action movie. The Real Gears are based upon the idea that the Allspark dissipated some of its power during the chase in the city and made several various appliances into living robots. Now most of those which we saw in the movie were all Decepticons, or at least very feral robots. But for the toy line there are of course heroic Autobots, and in my opinion one of the most heroically looking is the very yellow Longview. There is no mistake about his identity, because if you look at the side of his leg, if I can, Longview, yeah. He's a very posable figure with lots of articulation and a very good transformation, which I'll show in a moment. He's basically a pair of spyglasses, electronic spyglasses to be exact, but I'll show that when I transform him. His look is very decent, very broad-shouldered. Yeah, he looks nearly like a dog or a brute or something like that, but as far as I remember from his bio, he really isn't. He's more like the reconnaissance type, not surprising with what he transforms into. Overall his looks are, to me, are quite excellent. Well detailed. Okay, he has some open gaps in the back of his legs, but otherwise I think he's fairly well done. Yeah, you have some shoulder kibble, but it adds to the personality, like the wing doors of Autobot cars. Let's see, for his posability, he can rotate the full way, as he has a ball joint in here. The window part can move separately from the rest of his arm. His wrists have some minor movement. Oh. His wrists have some minor movement, but that's also for transformation. His head is on a ball joint, but is limited due to this part on the back, which is too bad. He has no waist, but he does have full rotation as far as is possible due to his body in his hips. He can do the Perceptor kick quite well. And he has knee joints, which also can give him some fairly dynamic poses, especially with his double hinged toes. Let's get into something with him. Yeah, he works quite well. I think most of the Real Gears are actually fairly well posable. They have ball joints or very wide ranges of movements anyway, in most cases. Now this guy does seem to have light piping, but it isn't passing through. There is some hint of it at the back of his head, but it isn't passing through, sadly enough. Now onto his transformation. First of all, flip open this chest part, and on the rear another part. Oh, before we go on, let's see if yeah, you can see it here. He has an image of Cybertron. No, I lost his name, but one of the Cybertron figures. In the Japanese version of this guy, he shows one of the movie figures. Why the American versions and European versions of him have this Cybertron, and with other Real Gears also Cybertron figures images, I have no idea. Alright, with these two folded out, you can rotate the entire midsection around, fold the two panels on his back, and you can move in these glasses. Wait, not yet.